One thing that you probably do, that a lot of people do, that we do as human beings, is that we think that we have time. And I want to talk about how to make the most out of life so you can have a more fulfilling and happy life. And right now we offer neutrality shifting coaching. There'll be a link in the description where you can find out more about how to get one-on-one coaching with us. It's really powerful. We're getting amazing results with people, and it will radically transform your life. Hey superstar, Gavin is here. Be sure to click the like button in order to support this channel, and leave a comment below saying I am a superstar, oh yes, in order to win my sleep shifting course. Really powerful stuff. And the winners for last week are on screen right now, so if you're one of these people, please go ahead and DM me on Instagram and I'll send out that training for you. Oh yes, congratulations. All right, so time, we think that we have time. We think we have time, and it's a real big problem. For example, I'm starting to become more consciously aware of that you could die at any moment. And this might be a topic that, you know, you might not want to hear right now. It might give you a little bit of anxiety or whatever it is. A lot of people are afraid of death, and I want to talk to you about life. And I want you to acknowledge that life and death is one and the same, and that when we have a more fulfilling life, we have no regrets. Guess what? Life just becomes way more amazing. And I'm sure you want to be your best version, your greatest version of yourself, your most powerful version of yourself. And yesterday I was writing in my journal, and in my journal I was writing down the time that I'm going to wake up in the morning. And it's little things like this that we take for granted. How do I know that I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning? I don't know that. But we tend to look at life as guaranteed. We tend to look at life, oh, tomorrow I'm going to make plans for this, and this. Or next week we're going to make plans for this, or we're going to make a holiday for this, right? And in those moments, what we want to do is acknowledge that, hey, I could actually pass before this happens. I could actually die before this happens. And so some things we procrastinate on, some things we resist, some things we push away because we're so afraid of actually experiencing the life that we want. So if it's like more money, you want to follow your career path, you want to go ahead and follow your dreams, your passions, your desires, we tend to resist that and procrastinate on that because we think we have time. If you felt like you had no time left, if God came along and just appeared into the room and said, hey, you're going to die on this date in the next 3 months, how would you live out those last 3 months, right? How would you treat people? How would you take action on your goals? And some people might say, okay, Gavin, I wouldn't take action on my goals. But you might have a bucket list, right? You might have some things that you want to do whilst you're here. So what happens is people, they have these illnesses. It takes really bad illnesses, it takes diseases, it takes the doctor telling them that they're going to die soon for them to actually live. You don't want to wait for pain to come in order to wake up to life. You want to be in a state of knowing that you're going to die every single day and every single moment. And if you say that to yourself as like sort of a mantra, I might die. I'm procrastinating on something, I'm not doing my homework if you're in college or university, or you need to do a post on social media, or you need to, you know, go and message that client back or whatever it is. I'm going to die, right? How can I make the most of this moment? How can I make the most of this time here? And a lot of us are afraid of death. And there is no such thing as death. We leave the body. In my belief system is we just leave the body, we still exist. We're just transmuted into a different energy. How do you get rid of water? Can you get rid of water? Or is it changing into something else? Is it transforming into something else? Water can be transformed into ice, water can evaporate, water can be steam, right? This element can transform into multiple different things, but it's never gone. it's always there. It always exists. And we want to understand that about ourselves as souls, as infinite beings, that when we leave this body, when we have our croaking experience, we are transforming into something else. I think we come here to learn lessons, to gain information, to train the soul, to learn about duality, to play the game of life, and to learn how to win and succeed and be a greater version of ourselves. You was once sperm and an egg, right? And you want to understand that out of all of those sperm, you won, you succeeded. Do you know how much sperm a man has, right? And the amount of will and effort and love and just the action that's needed in order for you to find the egg, get into the egg, and fertilize the egg, right? It's a lot of stuff that's going on there, right? And we want to learn that as human beings, we have this huge capacity to be who we want to become. We need to get rid of the conditioning. The conditioning has taught us that we can't do this. The conditioning has given us limitation. When you were sperm, you didn't have any limits. You was limitless. And you want to get back to this state. It's all about unlearning and deprogramming. From a very early age, you was taught, you need to get good grades, you need to sit and cross your legs, you need to stand in line, and all of this stuff, all these conditionings and philosophies around how the world's supposed to work. A lot of it's not even congruent with a higher power, and we're going through life comparing ourselves to people, the job that we have, the career that we have, the life that we have, and I'm not there yet, and I'm not enough, and I should be over here, and it's just a lot of different things and belief systems and identities that we hold about ourselves, when in fact we should hold the identity of infinity. We should hold the identity of is. We should hold the identity of I am one with God, the universe, source, the higher power, the universe, the cosmos, whatever name or label you want to put on it, you are one with that. And when you can tap into that power, when you can purge out the old, purge out the conditioning, antivirus yourself, right? When you can do these things and become more of a pure being. One of the things that I'm working on right now is purifying my mind in the way that I perceive someone. So there was just a woman, like there's a window right here, can you see? Right, and there was a woman walking by and she was singing and dancing. The clothes that she was wearing was really old, and she was I believe from Africa. And I realized I had seen her before in the past. I don't know how long ago it was, maybe like a year ago. And when I saw her, there was almost like a judgment, right? I said, she's probably unsuccessful, or it was like an energy of like a poor her kind of energy, right? She might be suffering. And then I was thinking, well, I've actually met people who make a lot of money, literally millionaires, who don't care about clothes or the way they dress or anything like that. You would walk past them in the street and assume that they're broke or they're poor. And that's the thing. A lot of people, there's people that make a lot of money. You could have a millionaire next door, living next door to you, but you would never know because they just act like a normal person. We get these identities that, celebrities is millionaire and that is success and stuff like this. This is all conditioning. And so purging out these thoughts of other people. One of my clients and students, she's going through a challenge right now where she's manifesting men into her life that are related to her father, who was an alcoholic and who was narcissistic, I believe. And so she's manifesting partners into her life. She's attracting men to her life who have those same traits. And now, so when you see someone as a drunk person, as an alcoholic, and that's a bad thing, right? You're holding the energy of that's a bad thing and that's right. And now you're continually seeing that in your life because your reticular activating system, your mind's filter, your subconscious mind knows that's familiar. And so you keep on attracting what's familiar. You only attract what's familiar to you. You only attract what's normal to you. And so we want to get to the point where we are stepping and operating from a place of abundance. At first, when you think about death and like I might die at any moment, it might give you a little bit of anxiety. But over time, what it's going to do is it's going to condition in the power for you to live a more fulfilled life, to get out of bed. You know, you're not setting the snooze, right? You're getting out of bed. You're making the most of every moment of life. You're pulling out the juice of life, and you're making it more fulfilling and happy. It doesn't matter what you're going through right now. You can use this tool. And there's an ebook that I read. It's really, really powerful. The link will be in the description where you can find out more about that. It's a really powerful book, and it helps you understand, you know, the path to enlightenment and figuring out how to deal with death and using it as a tool for motivation, to take action, to love people more than you're loving them now, you know, to make the most of the time that you have here. And it's just really, really, really powerful stuff. And then at the end of the book, it actually gives you a meditation that you can actually listen to really programming that into your emotions so you're living more of a fulfilled and happy life. Alright, so you can go check that out. The link will be in the description. And also, if you really want to just totally radically shift your life and you want to reprogram yourself and you want to live a more fulfilling life from a more abundant space, then we offer neutrality shifting coaching, which can certainly help with that. We've got amazing testimonials. People's lives are transforming through this particular coaching, and people are living more fulfilled and happy lives very, very quickly with this. Okay, so the link will be in the description if you want to find out more about that. There should be some more videos on screen right now. Keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.